her contact information in my phone. Sometimes I think that my old sister is still trying to reach me, but I don't answer calls from numbers I don't recognize. But anyway, while I was on the phone with Stephanie, she said that she just started doing yoga and she feels better than ever. She said that I should try doing it too. And I never used to take advice from my old sister, but this time I thought, new sister, new me. But when I tried yoga, I pulled a muscle in my back. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. So I tried to call my doctor, but the number must have changed because some guy answered the phone instead. I said, can you recommend something for excruciating back pain? And he said, I think you have the wrong number. And I said, listen, you're my new doctor now and I need your help. What can I do to make my back stop hurting? And he said, I don't know. Have you tried doing yoga? I was so desperate for relief, so I tried it again. And this time, the pain went away instantly. It was incredible. So I called my new sister. I said, guess what? I did yoga. And she said, that's great. How do you feel? So I thought about it. And I said, actually, I feel about the same as before. What a waste of time.
Would you say if I asked you a rhetorical question, hypothetically? And what is the meaning of life? Tell me yes or no. That was a trick question. Or was it? I don't know. I don't have all the answers now. How could I when I don't even have all the questions? Ironically, I complain that I do not get sarcasm. Isn't that just great? I want to be a positive person, but that seems so unlikely. Sometimes I think my mind is playing tricks on me, therefore I'm always right. People say that happiness is a choice, but I can never make up my mind. And I know I'm getting older, 'cause now I'm old enough to remember being younger. And now I reminisce about nostalgia, 'cause it used to be better. What if the good old days never happened, but we just don't remember? The future's running late. This trip down memory lane is taking us forever. used to have a plant. It was a rescue.
We're chasing comedy, working on jokes, working on bits, seeing what sticks, seeing what stinks. We're chasing comedy, politics and current events, cultural shifts and psychological bents, the daily news, your grandpa's views, conspiracy theories, trending Google queries. Either way, it's all okay. We're chasing comedy. So listen up and we'll lay it all out. Whether you're seeking wisdom or zoning out, have your fill, it's all just for the mill. With Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy. Dustin and we're chasing comedy.
See, I'm gonna be real rough today. I'm gonna need you to carry the show, Brian. I was doing those Zen pouches, I was doing nicotine pouches, and then now I'm no more nicotine ever again. So now I'm like, you got to go that withdrawal. It's funny.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah. When did you stop smoking?
Years ago, but I still like the nicotine thing. Sometimes will come up once in a while, and I just found these Zen things, and I just started doing them a little bit. They're just pop them with coffee or Red Bull, and I just get up, and it's like,
right.
Just it's not. I hadn't smoked in years, but the nicotine is like a thing that you're like, because nicotine has like a weird reputation where you're not sure if it's bad for you, but it's because it's like it hooks you on things that are bad for you. So, but of itself, is it bad? Is like the question.
Is it bad?
Is it bad? Nobody knows because everybody feels like it's the thing to get you hooked on the bad thing, but it's not like the bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a weird drug because it's kind of a stimulant, but it's not as bad as caffeine, to be honest with you. So it's like a weird thing.
But I think we have to, me and Adam are going to do a deep dive, and we're going to get to the bottom of your childhood trauma that caused you to smoke anyway. If we can eradicate that, you won't need any of these external...
Oh, and I pulled a shotgun on my father? Yeah, sure, we can go into all that stuff. I was hoping we didn't go that deep. I grew up in a biker bar.
Wait a second. I didn't want to go that far. Let's go. Talk about TMI. Wait a minute, okay, right?
Hey, right. I mean, I don't know, we're trying to keep the show light. I was even say we should do a clean show, but I don't think we can.
It's like the Prince of Tides, Nick Nolte's revealing to Barbra Streisand, and the next thing you know, the story goes into he's being raped by rednecks, and you know what I mean. We
I didn't quite go that far, but
all right. Well, it's early yet.
Pretty close though. Pretty close. It's all that. I thought we were onto something with the nicotine thing, but I guess not. Okay, all right. Go ahead, guys. Whatever you got. I thought we were like the idea of a drug. That it's not the drug, but it gets you hooked on the drug. I thought there's some element there that's interesting, but
yes, they're giving you a drug to get you off of another drug,
get you hooked on another drug.
So it's a snake eating its own tail. It's a fish eating another fish. It's a constant circle of addiction. Constant merry-go-round of making your body reliant on something else in order to get you through the day, which is the American capitalist system. Welcome aboard, right? Something you need. We can't have you be non-needy of something, right?
You don't have something? You don't have something? You're not a coffee guy?
I love coffee. That's my thing.
Okay, that's my
huge. Coffee. I'm drinking. Yeah.
Coffee will take you down. Like coffee is coffee has good PR, but coffee will take you down. And it's
How is that? So explain that to me, because I get contradictory messages on this.
As you drink your coffee?
Mm-hmm. Actually, this is matcha tea. Thank you.
Well, that's probably good. That's what you should be drinking. Matcha
I
tea.
know.
Is good for you.
I'm trying to make the transition, but
you are.
You know.
Well, I want to do that. I don't think I that's going to take me a while. Coffee is my drug, and especially as you keep bringing up that I'm a recovering addict. So
now, going back onto so why is coffee bad? Dustin Chafin on why coffee is now bad.
Caffeine is not good for you. Caffeine is not good for you. It stimulates your brain. It's bad for your colon. Like all coffee's bad for your colon. It's
really?
It's just bad shit. It's like it's just not. It's not a good thing to drink as much as comics drink it. I think a normal person drinks it in a way that's probably not bad for them. I don't know about you.
How much do you have? How many cups a day do you have? Average
6.
What? See, I love coffee, and I don't drink 6 cups a day. I drink.
No. Well, here's the deal. I put 6 cups.
6?
Well, hear me out. I make a pot of coffee, and that's 6 cups because it's like 6 things of water or whatever.
Yes,
so I split it with my girlfriend. Okay, so that's 3 each. So in the house, it's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so when I go outside, or if I have it depends if I have a show or not. If I have a show, I might get something like an iced coffee.
All bets are off.
A shaken espresso. I might get a red eye. That's a crazy one where it's like, it's like coffee with 2 shots or something. So it depends on the show. If I don't have a show, then I'm probably doing 3 to 4 cups tops. But if I'm doing a show, I might be doing a Celsius. I might be doing a Red Bull. These are better than Red Bulls because these are like natural. These are natural.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, wait a minute. What's in there? What do you mean natural?
Well, it's not. It has no fructose, no corn syrup, no aspartame, no artificial flavors. It has vitamins in it. It's like they're trying to beat out the Red Bull thing and be like, hey, we're the healthy alternative.
Yeah, but what's the sweetener in there? Is it stevia? Is it what's that other one? Agave or something or xylitol?
I don't know. I can never read because I'm so old. I can't read the
sugar?
Small print. There's no sugar.
Right.
It's like it's 10 calories, and it's a lot of B12. It's a lot of. It's basically it's whatever you flavor a LaCroix with. That's the flavor. What is that? Does anybody know what that is? You ever had a LaCroix?
Do we have any callers that can call in?
Nobody's ever going to call. Nobody's ever going to write.
Email us.
Okay. Well. You have any cousins? Because nobody is gonna. You have no fan base, so there's nobody that's gonna reach out. It's me and you and Adam. That's it.
All right, wait a minute. If you believe it, you can achieve it. You want
Adam to like look up some stuff? That's our audience.
I'm using the power. I'm using the law of attraction to create an audience that isn't there right now. If I believe it, it will.
That's an old door you got there, and I have an old dresser. Wow. I love how that's an old door. Your door.
Yes, I do. You. Yes, I do. I have an old door.
Kathy Bates is going to come through there like
any second right now. Right, and the show will rock it in quality.
Okay. We're doing good.
She rips me apart. Anyway,
we're a quality show. We're doing good.
I know.
All right, so so you got your drugs. So you got coffee. So you can't judge me. So you have coffee.
I got matcha tea. No, but
how much coffee do you have?
I have a matcha tea. I had coffee this morning. I'm drinking a matcha tea now. I love coffee, but I'm only 3 cups a day at the most. Okay. I got one in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and maybe 1 before if I have a show. Yeah, but for the most part,
it's quite a bit. It's definitely more than we should probably drink. We shouldn't drink it every day. That's the thing.
I hear the mixed messages on coffee. You know how your body, when you drink something or eat something, your body immediately says, this is not probably not good for you. Like when I drink celery juice, celery juice is, your body just goes for some weird reason. I don't know if other people have this physiological reaction to like something healthy like that. When I drink celery juice, I feel like my body's just going, thank you. And when I eat like chocolate ice cream, another demon part of you is going, great. And the other part's going, oh, God, what have we done? And so there's...
Yeah, when I drink celery juice, my body says, you need to get to the bathroom immediately because we're not used to this. And it's going to be a situation.
Right. 911. Okay.
Yeah, there is nothing blocking this. So you better get in there quick.
911 number 2. Okay. Yes.
Get in there immediately. Well, this is a fun topic. I like this. But that's the thing. We're obsessed with, because this is the whole realm, or the whole like cycle of one's, ever since we were kids, our parents, it was always some like Atkins thing or some like jogging thing or some Joe
Yeah.
Weider thing. It's always like everybody lives bad and then they got to live healthy. Like that's the cycle. Like we
there was
trash our bodies.
Remember the whole food pyramid thing that everyone grew up with, and it's a complete scam. They're like if you go through the whole pyramid, there was like there's this pyramid of
vegetables and lean meats.
No, they debunked the food pyramid. And the food pyramid was like this obelisk that we all bowed in front of, that you're supposed to have this and this. And then it turns out it's all a bunch of crap, right?
What's crap about it?
I don't put me on the spot and ask me to answer questions.
I'm telling you. I thought it was like vegetables and stuff.
No. There's this whole like you have to have this person. It didn't have pizza on it. No. In order to have Celsius on it. Okay. It didn't have Celsius on it. Okay. Okay. Celsius was nowhere to be seen on that. Red Bull.
No matcha tea. No matcha tea on there.
All right. How do you think the slaves built the pyramids? They had
Celsius.
About
this pyramid. I know this pyramid. We all saw it every day. All our.
Are there any callers? Are there any callers?
No callers. They didn't have phones back then. That's how old we are. Okay. Yeah. We had rotary phones when they came up with this thing, but it's like I don't remember it. Hey, Adam, can you put it in a chat or something? Can you put the food pyramid in the chat?
Yes,
so we can see what we're talking about.
Debunked.
Can you put it in the chat? I want to know why it's debunked. Yeah, I want to know because I know that like it started out.
The food pyramid went out with thalidomide.
What's that?
Children of thalidomide. You don't remember thalidomide babies?
No.
Okay. Thalidomide was this drug that they gave, I believe it was for morning sickness. And they gave it to pregnant women in the 60s. And then all the babies came out with deformities. This is a famous story. Yep. And there was lawsuits. It was all over the world. It was a massive scandal and a huge thing. And thalidomide babies. And there's and people with like short arms. You've seen people still have this. It's a birth defect from thalidomide. So then Billy Joel put it in the song, "Children of Thalidomide."
Is that the stuff that's on our frying pans? Okay, all right, here we go.
I don't know where.
This food pyramid is the one from the 80s.
It is. Okay, well, that's the one we want. All
they
right,
debunked the food pyramid.
Okay, so
yeah, I can't. All right, I'm looking at this right now.
3 to 5 servings of vegetable group. That makes sense. Okay, I mean, this is daily. Is this what this is? It's daily, right?
I'm saying that there's a lot of. I don't even know. Isn't there like chocolate? Isn't there a chocolate ice cream soda and one?
No, but 6 to 11 servings of bread, cereal, rice, and pasta. That's a lot. Like that's obviously that's the Wonder Bread people and the Chef Boyardee and all that stuff. But we could use half of that is good.
Like this is a classic example of science changing stuff around all the time. There are certain things that were good for you, then they're not good for you.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody was saying that any of this, because first of all, they're saying fats, oils, and sweets at the top. There's like chips, cookies. It says use sparingly. Like they're responsible for this stuff. They say eat fish. They say eat yogurt. Like I think this is a pretty good pyramid. I don't see what you're debunking.
I'm not a facts guy. Okay, can we just get that out of the way? I'm not a person with all the facts.
But
when I present the case,
you'll throw out a fact with confidence.
Yes, I'm an idea man, but I'm not a facts guy. I'll throw out a theory, but not a facts guy.
Well, I'm a debunker guy. I'm a debunker guy, and I'm saying there's a lot of good things in this thing. The only thing is like just sparingly. It's with the sweets and the oils and the bad stuff. So,
but there was this whole idea that you had to have like all of this stuff or whatever. All I'm saying is listen to me.
Have all this except the pasta and the bread. You'd have to have all this stuff. You have to have vegetables.
I'm saying there's a lot of controversy around this. This is causing birth defects.
Is there controversy?
This is what caused all the birth defects right here is what I'm saying. This is what caused AIDS.
All the sugar cereal. All the sugar cereal caused AIDS. We know that.
That's
Lucky Charms.
That too. Lucky Charms? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Lucky Charms
took us all down.
Yeah. Who didn't take out the crappy part of the Lucky Charms and just eat the charms? Right.
I don't know. Jarvis almost killed all of us. Jarvis is the mascot for Cookie Crisp. He was like that.
Jarvis?
Jarvis he was the wizard guy that had the Cookie Crisp, which was basically chocolate chip cookies in a bowl with milk. Like that was.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I think Seinfeld covered that one, right?
Did he? Did he do a joke on it? I don't know.
Seinfeld had the joke. Seinfeld had the joke. They came out with Cookie Crisp cereal, and they basically should have changed the name to The Hell with Everything, because basically it's chocolate chip cookies in a bowl.
I knew somebody had done that. I really didn't know he did it, but I knew somebody was doing something like that.
I believe you.
I wasn't trying to hack a joke on our podcast nobody watches. But
well, if we have any callers, I will not accept that there are no callers. I'm not accepting it yet. I believe that we're going to get. There you go. That's Jarvis.
That's Jarvis.
And baseball cards.
You got baseball cards. How cool is that?
Who's the first guy? Who's the first? Is that Rod Carew or something?
You could get a kid to do anything with that box right there. You got Cookie Crisp cereal and baseball cards. Like, well, who wouldn't get in a van if you pulled that out? Like that.
There's something criminal about the fact that
everything is there. That is the most. A young boy who wouldn't get in the van with that.
Any van would be filled. This is how Epstein Island got started. Okay.
Oh yeah, just boxes of Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp cereal is like mice. It's cheese to mice in the trap and the van.
Yeah.
Let
me talk about this. Let's go back to Seinfeld for a second. So all right. So I got this thing that I've worked on. I've worked on it with you. We had a good rhythm with it. I have the thing about all the sugar that we had as kids, all the pixie sticks and all that stuff. And I have a pretty good chunk on it. It works well, pixie sticks, really powder in a straw. Like that's not going to resurface at some point in my life, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's good laughs. It's kind of part of my whole thing. And then it's like,
wait. I love that. We've talked about this bit. I know it's great. Powder.
Well, that's a perfect joke. It works every time.
No. I know it works.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not tinkering.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You can tinker with it. You can tinker with it.
No. I'm saying we're not even. It's really good. I'm saying there's something about powder, straw. It's like okay. Powder, straw. Powder, straw. I wish there was a third one because you go, what does that portend for the kid's future? Like obviously you've already got the joke. So I'm not, you've already got the,
give me more. I don't care.
But I'm saying powder, straw. All you need is I don't
know. Is that what you mean?
But no, a Colombian guy with a machine, with a chainsaw. I don't know, something that powder, straw, and a hooker, and you've got future senatorial candidate. I don't know something, and you've got Donald Trump Jr. I don't know what what's his name? Biden, Hector Biden, Hunter Biden, whatever his name is. Right?
Yeah, I didn't plan on going political with it, but I like your head.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't want to go political with it. I'm saying that like straw, powder, and then I just feel like there's straw, powder. What else is present? It's basically all the drug paraphernalia is there. You've already got a recipe for a drug bust, pretty much. Like you've got a scenario. This is like props for a drug bust shoot, like whatever. I don't.
Well, if there's some sort of like some sort of mirror, like a Fisher Price mirror or something, like some sort of like reflect, like an Etch-a-Sketch, like your powder straw and an Etch-a-Sketch.
Or if you were cooking it, it would be like an easy bake oven. Where then you were like making meth or something like that. You know what I mean?
Funny.
Like that. All you need is an easy bake oven, and you got a meth lab. That's kind of funny. Okay,
that is funny.
If you got easy bake oven, easy bake oven, and the Barbie's. Didn't she have a camper? And you've got Breaking Bad right there. You've got something like that. I don't know. You got Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I like where your head's at. It makes it bigger.
Meth lab.
Makes it funny.
I like meth lab is a perfect punchline. So if you're halfway there, you got powder.
If you could get to meth lab through easy bake oven, I mean, you might as well just quit comedy.
And you almost got a mobile meth lab. If you can go you've got powder, a straw, and something with fire, and you've almost got a mobile or something with a trailer or a little a Tonka truck. You've almost got a meth lab, right? Like if you can if you combine the powder with the straw,
it's a lot.
and
mean, it's the fact that you're
all you
you're
need is
going down
all you
this
need is
road
Barbie's that little
pretty amazing.
skank Barbie. All you need is Barbie's camper, and you've got a meth lab. But I don't remember. I don't know if anybody's going to remember Barbie had a camper. Is that or the?
No,
You know,
I mean, it's a lot. You're asking for a lot.
is this the joke where is this the joke where all of our focus is going to go? Which is
don't know.
fine. I don't care.
No, we don't have to go there. What? There's no. I was just. This is the show. I was throwing my stuff out.
I
You
know.
can throw your stuff out.
I'm saying we can go all in on this.
Well, my question was about Seinfeld was because I.
what
thought,
was your question?
When somebody like does a joke, let's say he has a good joke. Obviously, it's a great joke. It's Seinfeld. It's the 90s.
Is your sound fading out, Adam? Is his sound fading out?
Is my sound fading out? I don't know. Is it? I thought I had a good mic. No, I think
Okay.
you're just going through menopause. But
Yeah. Hey. Yes, I think so. That must be it.
No, but here's my thing. Here's my thing. It's like, because I thought, like, my joke, I wrote this stuff. I said, you know, we're addicted to cereals. And obviously people do cereal jokes. I get it. But my whole thing is like the whole, like, you know, all of it. We're addicted to all of it. I mean, we were addicted to sugar, you know, like, it was like we were eating, we would eat it with a piece of chalk. That's how much. Remember Fun Dip? Like, you know what I mean? Like we were going all in on sugar. And then I think the thing I was trying to do with the cereal thing is all these cereal mascots were like drug dealers. You know, you had Tony the Tiger. Hey, they're great. You know, or I don't have the performance level for this. But it's funny. And then like Count Chocula, which is a shout out to your pops, and then and then Jarvis was this cookie wizard guy, and then basically just talking about the Cookie Crisp was basically you'd have three bowls of this, and
right. I think we'd have to make I think for this we got to do for this everybody. I love this. I like this, by the way. I like it a lot because I don't think we're being thorough enough on this. Oh my God, let me see this picture. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Everybody's there. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's there. And it's like the smack guy that's definitely a weed dealer. Look at him. The frog guy.
I mean, come on, Smack is also Smack is already you got a drug thing in the thing.
His name is Smack, right?
Obviously
Smack
this guy
Pops? What's his name?
Smack Crackle Pop. What about the Sugar Bear? Has got a turtleneck on. He's the guy from the frat who got the best pot right there. Like he's dressed like that guy, Okay.
Everybody.
Boo Berry is what happens if you do too much. You end up dead and you're turned into a spirit.
Well, he's on mushrooms or something.
The frog. I don't know what the fuck that is. Captain Crunch. Is he? He's smuggling. Oh, he's the smuggler. He's the drug mule coming in from another country. He's bringing the stuff on the ship, right?
Yeah. He's like the illegal, like a Coast Guard. Like he's getting in on the cut.
And Tony the Tiger's got a fucking baseball bat. He's the bouncer at the door, just in case.
He's like the Soprano. What I mean? He's like, Tony Soprano.
He's the enforcer.
He's the enforcer.
He's the enforcer. Okay,
well, they're moving drugs, and you better pay up.
Yeah, they're moving drugs. Yeah, I don't know. By the way, who the hell is the guy above Count Chocula? What is that?
Is
that Robert Oppenheimer?
No,
is that Oppenheimer?
Those look like. Is that toasted? What is that? Toasted. What's that thing?
I don't know, but he's raping the bee, the Honey Nut Cheerio bee.
Right? You played the bee.
He's raping the Honey Nut Cheerio bee. That's some kind of French toast swirls or something. Wasn't there some French toast?
Honey Nut Toast.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yes.
Something like that.
He's the guy. Like, that's the guy. Yeah. Look at him. Looks like he just made a batch of crack. Look at him.
Now, okay, so, and the three guys, what were the Snap, Crackle, and Pop? Okay, I got nothing for this, but Snap, Crackle, Pop.
They're ravers. Look at them. They're ravers, man. They're just dropping Molly at the rave. Look at them.
There you go. You got Molly. Okay, we got Molly in there.
DJs. Look at them.
Yeah, you got Molly. I don't know what the bear. Oh, that's Coco.
Got no pants on. That's the kind of weekend it's been.
Okay, what about Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? There's that bird.
I mean, it writes itself. It writes itself.
Yeah,
He's-
there's that. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's freaking out.
See, that's not him. The original
I
is like a
know.
bird or something, right? That's
No, there
some-
was. Now we got two contradictory mascots there because we got some bear that I
Right?
don't know what the hell
Wasn't
that
he
is.
It was not a bird. Maybe that's the new. Maybe they got rid of him because he was a cuckoo
All right,
bird.
wait a minute. So Lucky Charms is the guy who handles the money. Is that the?
Where's
that
Lucky?
mean?
He's not even on there.
I mean, he's got a pot of gold. He's handling the money. He's the
He's the
you know what I
Irish
mean?
mob. He's the Irish mob. Of the
he's the
Italian
Irish-
mob and the Irish mob.
He's the Irish mobster handles the money.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Him and
That
Tony.
guy-
Him and Tony got like turf wars and stuff.
Yeah. Now I feel like we're missing a few very famous
We are.
cereals in here, and I
We're
don't know
missing-
what they are.
Well, we're missing Lucky Charms. We're missing Tricks is for Kids. Oh no, he's there. He's in the middle.
Yeah.
And then we got the Nestle Quick was not cereal, just in there. Like, yo, this stuff is so good. You don't even care it's not cereal.
Yeah. And by the way, what about what was the one? What was the one that was rocks? Because that's like those were like, oh, you know the one that no one
Rocks?
would eat.
Pop Rocks?
No,
talking
they
about?
weren't. They were like the worst. What the hell is the name of that cereal that like no one would eat because it was
Grape
basically
Nuts.
had Grape Nuts,
Yes.
which is basically like little.
That's another
what do they
Seinfeld
call-
joke, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Grape Nuts. And somebody, I think it was him. No grapes, no nuts. What's the deal? Or something.
Yeah.
Somebody said no grapes, no nuts.
I don't care
You open it
anymore.
up.
If long as it's some different angle on it, I'm not gonna let the comics of the 80s haunt my writing.
Right.
Of present
Well,
future.
Toucan Sam was Fruit Loops, right?
Yes.
And he was the first gay icon. I mean, he was, you know what I mean? Like he was like a rainbow. He had a
He was.
rainbow on his beak.
He
Okay,
brought us all
like,
together. He brought us all together.
that's right. And
Yeah.
so, what's the drug that those guys take for? You know what I mean?
This gay sex. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
that's
What's
drug.
no? But what's the thing? Caller? Is the caller there? No, the thing poppers or something like
Poppers, yeah.
that. Or
Poppers?
no, but it's amyl
Poppers.
nitrate.
I don't think they take
Amyl
any
nitrate
different
or
drugs. I
something.
don't think they take different drugs than us. They take Molly, then cocaine. It's all the same.
No. Adam's on this one.
It's not a gay
Adam, you're into
drug.
that world.
It's not a gay drug.
Adam, you're into that world.
I guess meth.
right?
Is that it?
Whatever. I'm kidding. Adam's not into that world. Don't send letters. And even if
Adam
he
is a
was, what's
married
wrong with
man.
that?
All right.
Yes.
I just found out yesterday.
But Toucan Sam, Lucky. What was it? He was Lucky. No, not.
All right.
What is it? Fruit Loops.
Loops.
I think we got them all. Here's one I don't know. Is this wolf
Yeah.
guy? Who's the wolf guy?
That was one of the Booberry. There was a yummy mummy. No,
he's not a blueberry.
fruity wolf. There was actually this
Is there
wolf
fruity
character.
wolf?
No, I know this one because there was actually Booberry for a brief period. They had a werewolf. They were missing one in the monster lexicon. So they had a ghost. They had Booberry. They had chocolate. Count Chocula. They had Frankenberry. And it was the Fruit Brute. It was the Fruit Brute. I'm not making that up. That's
The
an actual
Fruit
thing,
Brute?
the Fruit Brute. And it was like a fruity one to add to the monster thing. And I know because my dad was on a bunch of those commercials. So,
Which is amazing, by the way. I love that.
Mhm.
I love that you have such a history on this funny thing. This whole
yeah. So
thing we
Fruit Brute
pulled up
didn't
and
last very long.
There's so much history up here.
Yes. So when I got my first cereal,
Which was?
I did the voice for Bill and Ted's Excellent Cereal. People don't
Oh.
realize that when a movie or something comes out that's a hit and kids like it,
Yeah.
that they'll put out a cereal to take advantage of it.
Hilarious.
So Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure came out, a big hit. I tell this story on every podcast because they always ask me about it, and it's so dumb. So they asked me, why not on this podcast? So they came out with a cereal, Bill and Ted's Excellent Cereal. Okay. And obviously Keanu wanted way more money than they're willing to pay. So they got me to do Keanu on the commercial. And so
that's
it's on
great.
YouTube somewhere. You can hear me going, it's got cinnamon oats and marshmallow notes. It's the most excellent way to start your day. Okay. And that's me as Keanu, right? And
Yeah.
I was very excited because I got my first cereal is a monster, man. If you do a cereal voiceover commercial and you do one of those characters, you'll play forever. My father was Frankenberry for like 30 years. That paid for my college education. And then the second movie came out, Bill and Ted Go to France or whatever it was, or get hooked on smack or something.
The croissants? Did you do the breakfast croissants?
It bombed, and then they canceled the cereal. So
wow. That's pretty cool, though. Most people can't say they voiced a cereal. Like you voiced 2 cereals, right?
Yeah, I was the Honey Nut Cheerio Bee for 2 years.
That's amazing. Yeah.
It's got a bigger taste and a better crunch, even more for your big mouth to munch.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, it's weird when you try to do a bit on a cereal, then you're like the actual guy from the cereal mascots.
I know. So. Well, that's what paid for this apartment. The studio is thanks to that one.
Thanks to Cheerios.
Exactly. But anyway, are we writing bits? What do we got?
BFW paid for this thing right here. I did an Elks Lodge.
Yeah, Fruit Brute. Hey, he found Fruit Brute. Look,
where's Fruit Brute? Oh.
He's in the chat.
All right, so you got to put all this stuff up in post.
Yeah, we're gonna fix this in post.
You'll put all the stuff up. So we.
By the way, can I just say, Adam Holtz is scarily. Technically proficient. Every time he sends a text, I'm afraid to open it because I see what the future holds for all of us as Adam is creating stuff out of pure sackcloth. It's amazing. He's got songs. He's got still photos. He's got video. He's got animation. It's frightening. It's frightening, Adam.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Let me finish
it's like
this.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Adam Holtz. Can I just say one last thing?
Yeah.
One last thing.
Please.
Adam Holtz is like Oppenheimer. Now I become death, the destroyer of worlds. Right?
See? I knew what I was doing. Brian. I brought this guy in. I knew it's going to change everything. We're going to get
amazing.
We're going to get 4 callers. And by next year,
I'm sorry. So I interrupted you.
By next year, No, you didn't interrupt. I was just trying to rein you in a little bit. All right. So back to the bits. So so I'm trying to do this whole thing. I'm trying to with the sugar thing where, nobody had peanut and gluten allergies. We just couldn't get enough sugar. Like that was our allergy. Like it was just, we were just all hooked on sugar. And then, and then it was just like, everything was some sort of everything was a drug to get you. They always try to entice you with these, how many licks, to the center of the Tootsie Roll or, just whatever way to get you.
Sexual imagery.
Yeah, just weird stuff. Like how many licks you get. I'd be like, I don't know. I'll crunch it in half. That's what I'll do because I don't have any patience for this licking you're talking about.
Right.
And then I try to do the chalk thing, which I think is funny, where it's just basically a piece of chalk. We dip it in some sugar thing, and then that's it. I'll figure out how to make that funny. But I think the Halloween.
First of all,
go ahead.
Sorry. No, but I was saying that sugar is a gateway drug. For children. That's how they get us.
Yeah,
because they did that.
All sugar.
It's a powdered white substance that comes from that's grown in South American countries. Okay, I mean, I don't. Do I have to draw you a picture here, guys? This is the gateway.
But sugar has good PR, so it gets away with it. Just like coffee. There's certain drugs that just get away with it. And you're just sugar kills people just as much as cocaine and alcohol. It's people are brought down. I mean, by all this stuff. And we're just
look at all the brilliant artists. Look at all the brilliant artists that did cocaine. You know what I mean? And not just. I mean,
we don't need art. We need our life.
Great musicians, Keith Richards. And John Belushi.
I don't think cocaine did a lot of good drugs. I think heroin. I don't think cocaine did a lot of good music. I think heroin did a lot of good music.
I can't
think cocaine
speak for that.
is the 80s, and there was some bad music in the 80s. Heroin was the 70s, and that was some great music. So I think the 60s and 70s is all heroin, and I think we were better off with heroin than cocaine. Cocaine made people nuts.
Dustin Chafin has weighed in. One vote for heroin. One vote
3
for
votes
heroin over cocaine.
Are you kidding me? You don't think heroin over cocaine when it comes to artistry?
I've done neither one of those, so I can't tell. I did
What
ayahuasca.
you've
That's
done.
me.
It's not about who do you like? Jazz. Come on. Coltrane, Miles Davis. Come on. Miles Davis later years is bad because it's cocaine, but his early years is heroin. That's why it's great.
I'll take your word for it. I just done ayahuasca. I don't know where that fits into the hierarchy here.
Okay, well, you can't throw that around and not think I have a whole thing on it because I'm into drugs and musicians. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
know
figured.
who made the better choice. And I think heroin, Janis Joplin. It's like there's a lot of good choices with the heroin.
Yeah.
Like,
And there's a pile of dead bodies to prove it.
Well, that's the thing. You got to. I mean, who cares if you die as long as you leave something behind? Isn't that what it's about? The legacy. As long as you leave the legacy.
I know there's something about that whole appeal of the dead artist, leaving this amazing body of work that we can then just speculate and project whatever we want onto what their future would have been.
But that's the problem with the music now. These kids are on coffee and not on heroin, and that's why the music's not as good.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
They're going to Starbucks
Okay.
instead of going to some shady dealer.
Dustin feels that the whole thing, that all of the problems of the musical quality nowadays is going downhill because the drugs are not as powerful and hard.
Heroin is a
They're not
horrible
killing
drug.
enough.
Well, heroin is a horrible drug. I don't want anyone to get on it, but I'm telling you,
yeah,
it does something to jazz, and it does something. Jazz has not been good since the 60s, and it's just amazing what they did on jazz, what they did with the jazz and the heroin.
On heroin.
John
Wow.
Coltrane, everybody. Who else? Who's the guy?
But was it the heroin?
Yes.
Or was it that heroin comes from the same place as the brilliance that which came first, the heroin or the great music, right?
Oh, it's an interesting.
I mean, because you're looking at people whose level, I guess you could say a certain level of torment that drives the drug also drives the motivation to create art that is transcendent and amazing. There's a motivation to express yourself in art. If you've ever read what's the Denial of Death book by what's his name? Look that
Artist
up.
Way.
No. It's Viktor Frankl, I believe. Or is that no? That's something else. Maybe
that
is
hack.
it Viktor Frankl?
Victor Frankl.
I don't know. That hack. Yeah. Yeah, we went from Cookie Crisp to Viktor Frankl. That's that show in a nutshell right here.
I love
The
it.
denial of
I love
death.
it.
Denial of death. But the basic motivation to build something, to create something that transcended what we're trying to do with this podcast comes from a place of the knowledge of the same fragility that makes people want to have a transcendent experience on drugs.
Can you do it on your own? Maybe sometimes you can't. And sometimes you need a tragic drug, and sometimes someone needs to die and to deliver us beautiful art. Sometimes that does have to happen.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's the question.
I'm not
it?
saying it's a good thing, but I'm saying let's
I
take
think
some
you
callers.
are.
Let's take some callers.
I think you are.
Hey,
I think you're. This
Jimmy
is a
from Minnesota.
Yeah, Jimmy from Minnesota weighing in. Okay, is the caller there? Is fruit? Yes, no, Jimmy. We already confirmed Fruit Brute. Okay, you're 2 callers behind. Okay,
Cookie
Fruit Brute.
Crisp.
Speaking of
Imagine if
gay
they had
icons,
chocolate chip cookie crisp. Oh, that'd be good.
I know. Yeah, Count Chocula, Frankenberry.
If they came together, oh man, that's some good stuff.
Man, it's like
Did you have Frankenberry like all over the house? Like, did you have boxes everywhere? Did they give you free boxes?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, but I was a Chocula guy. I was not
hilarious.
My father didn't care. Like he was like,
but I'm sure you get all that cereal, right? Did you guys get boxes of it? I'm just curious. I don't know if you did.
I mean, people they didn't send my father shipments of Frankenberry. You know what I mean? We had a lovely house that was paid for. I don't think they felt that can we give us some cereal with that?
You didn't get Cheerios? You didn't get? I don't know.
We didn't get that.
I don't know how this works. I don't know. I believe you get some coupons.
And speaking of that, I believe there was an attempt by another, because I think this is General Mills, and then there was Nabisco, or what was the other one? General Mills. I'm trying to remember the other big cereal company.
Kellogg's, General Mills.
Yeah, Kellogg's. I think one of them tried to create another. My memory may be.
Another monster thing. I bet they did.
Another
that
monster thing. It's just like McDonald's came up with the Hamburglar and all that stuff. It's Burger King came up with the King. They had to do something for kids to get them hooked. So everybody copies everybody else and tries to like rip each other off, just like in stand up.
So funny,
you know.
Yeah.
Just like in stand up, right?
So I got this Cookie Crisp bit. So I'm thinking it all goes to shit after that.
Yeah. Well, no, you've got like some bare bones. I mean, already you have funny jokes with the thing, and then you can go, but sugar as the gateway drug. But I mean, I think the sugar as the gateway drug, genuinely, you have to go from your addiction place.
Well, I do that. I do that already.
Right.
I'm just trying to make it bigger and make it more.
It has to be really serious. I mean, you're not just saying this as a funny piece. You're saying that what that does is it sets up the already it lays neural pathways in young undeveloped heads that associate a neediness for good feeling.
It's a little heavier than I was going to go, but
I'm telling you. Listen, you're looking at.
True. It's powder.
It sets up
the
the
hook us up
autonomic
on South American powder.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes, it sets up the It sets up the. It's the Pavlovian response of the dog. You set up a child. Listen, he's irritable. Have some cereal. This will soothe you. This will fix you. So children associate this white powdery substance with feeling better and ameliorating their emotional moods and regulating them. And then later on, they wonder why the kid's snorting heroin in the men's room at the law firm. Okay, it's like you started that, Mom.
All started with Jarvis.
It started with Jarvis. Jarvis, ladies and gentlemen. Jarvis is the Pablo Escobar. Okay. On the top of the
Pablo
food pyramid.
Escobar. He is.
He's the top of the food pyramid.
They got us hooked on that pyramid.
He's Scarface, man. Say hello to my little friend, okay?
A little cookie. Say hello to my little cookie.
Lives shattered and wasted.
Right.
Okay.
Here's one. Yeah. And Halloween was like, Halloween was like New Year's Eve for kids. It was the one night where we could go all in on the sugar. It was like no remorse. It was like, and then of course you had to have your parents check to make sure you didn't have a bad batch, which I think is fun.
Well, wait, okay, so then, okay, there's funny, a lot of stuff funny there.
Yeah.
Because then everyone becomes a drug distributor.
Yeah.
Everyone became part of the distribution network on Halloween.
Yeah.
Right.
Halloween is the night.
I mean, the sugar companies must have come up with Halloween because that was the day that it's like the purge or something. It's like,
it came from those cereals, those Frankenberries.
Absolutely.
They were all like, let's just do a night, but that can't be that old. I think Halloween's been like the beginning of time, dude. Witches and
I don't know what somebody needs
to of the death moon or something like that.
Somebody needs to do some kind of satanic deep dive on that.
When did Halloween start? I'm sure it's like 1812 or something. I don't think Frankenberry started Halloween.
No. This was long ago. But then everybody becomes a drug mule on Halloween. You're carrying you're carrying product from house to house, picking up new product and transferring it, and then you know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. Here's what almost brought me down as a drug user was just getting drugs from strangers. But that feels natural because of Halloween. Because you just go to random doors and get the drug, and like that's so funny. But that's so true. It's like what it is.
Yes.
We were conditioned to think it's okay to take a drug from a stranger because of freaking Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween conditions people.
It was the only night that it was acceptable. Any other night, it was like a whole PSA. Don't take money.
Isn't it like the drug dealers? Don't they give you like a free taste of like their latest product to get you hooked?
Absolutely.
So that's what that's about.
Have a taste.
Is the caller there? But that gives us. You've got a lot of foundational moving parts.
Well,
here
I'm glad you like it. I'm excited about it. I just have to kind of shape it. I've got to put it all over my wall and try to piece it all together like a crime scene.
Yeah, you need to have like a real doing comedy is like solving a murder.
It is.
You know what I mean? You've got the organized crime chart there. So you got Fruit and Count Chocula and cocaine and Pablo Escobar.
I love that. By the way, thank you for that.
And Scarface. And heroin and thalidomide babies.
I love it.
Right. Right. So there's something definitely going on.
What do you got?
Do I have anything? You got
a Hitler joke? What do you got?
Well, I've been doing this. I'm trying to do the thing about. I wrote this. It's funny. I went last night. I screwed this joke up 3 times on stage. The joke is very simple. It's like it's a Springfield, Ohio cats and they're eating pets in Springfield, Ohio. It's gotten so bad. If you go to a pet store to buy a cat or a dog, they say, "Is that to go, or gonna eat that here?" Okay. Okay. Do you want it to go? And I keep screwing it up because I keep going. I screwed up 3 shows in a row. Do you want it to stay, or is it going to eat that? Wait, do you guys go?
Yeah, how do you say that? How do you say that? You say,
well, the simplest way is to go, is that to go, or are you going to eat that here?
Okay.
Okay. Is that to go? Is that to go, or to eat here? To eat here. Is that to go or to eat here? That's the way to do it. It's how many
sounds
syllables?
off though. I think you're saying.
Well, you
it
have
wrong.
to do the beginning of it. It's like if you go to buy a dog or a cat in Springfield now, they just go, do you want? They don't say go because you can't say go twice. But you go, no, you can't say go. If you go to buy a pet, you go to a pet store. No, you don't even have to say
it's for
dog
here
or
to
cat.
go. That's all they say.
Is that for here?
For here to go. They don't say is that. They say for here to go. That's all they ever say at a fast food.
I know, but it's fun to me. Okay, this is an interesting debate because to me it's funnier to say, are you going to eat that here? To throw that in because you're eating a cat or a dog. You go to buy a cat or a dog in Springfield, they say, is that to go, or are you going to eat that here?
Okay, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Because I know to go, or, is that to go? What did you say?
For here to go. That's all they say.
For here to go. And it's like, no, that doesn't give it. I want the picture of the guy taking the cat out and eating it at the counter.
No. I think you're 100% right. I'm just like, it just felt off. But even the eating here sounds better than the other thing you were saying.
What was the other thing I was saying?
Just the way you were saying it just didn't seem natural that a person would say.
To go or to eat here? Are you going to eat that here?
Which is great. Yeah, I think it's.
Is that to go, or are you going to eat that here?
Perfect.
There you go. Yeah, wait, hold on.
Is
I'm going to get the wording.
Is the phrase. It's that first part that was off.
Is that to go, or are you going to eat that here?
Boom. That's something somebody would say that. They would say that.
Is this to go, or are you going to eat
that here?
Is this to go, or is it to go, or are you going to eat that here?
That's it.
That works.
No, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. And I also said I wanted to do something else before that, where I said that, and it didn't work. Of course, I thought it was funny, but I said they're eating cats in Springfield, which is really bad news for the cats, but really good news, which is bad news for the cats, really good news for the mice. Okay, I hear that there are buses full of immigrant mice rolling into Springfield, coming over the border. I don't know. Now there are mice pouring over the border. If you thought you had problems with Haitians, wait till you deal with your rodent problems. I don't even know. That's terrible.
Are you going to do a Secret of Nim reference? Isn't that?
No. What is that?
Isn't that what was that mouse movie that y'all didn't grow up with that cartoon?
Stuart Little.
Secret of Nim. Yeah. You don't know what that is? Give him a poster. Give him a poster, Adam. He knows what that is. You just think you don't. You know what that is.
What about Ratatouille?
That's too modern. That's too modern. This is, for the reference, I think Ratatouille is better for a joke, but I'm just talking to you as a person that grew up in the 70s, and this is a better reference.
I believe you. I don't think the young kids are going to get that. They would get Ratatouille.
About the kids. I'm just talking to you as a person right now.
Okay. As a human being, Brian.
Yeah. Ratatouille is great for the joke, but I just want to. I can't believe you've never heard of Secret of Nim. It's really...
I don't even. I'm not into that. I don't even know. I didn't even know what what's the freaking trilogy
Disney?
with the.
You don't know a Disney guy?
No, the midget with the midgets and the
midgets.
The
can't
Tolkien,
say that.
all that Tolkien stuff. I didn't understand any of that. I didn't know.
Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
Yes, I didn't get any of that. Yeah, the Secret of Nim. All right. I thought I looked for every mouse reference because there's Stuart Little.
You've never seen this? This is a masterpiece.
No, I haven't seen this. I don't know what this is. I was watching Frankenberry.
Adam, how great is this movie?
This is a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
This is good.
Man.
Yeah, this is Don Bluth.
Yeah.
There's also American Tail. It was another big mouse one.
Yeah, that was one. But
you can come on, Adam. You don't have to hide your face. You can come on.
But the secret
if you're gonna talk, you gotta come on in. All right. There's been a lot of
But for all you kids at home, this is how we're trying to write comedy here, because you go, okay, Stuart Little, every Mouse movie, because I think we're missing 5 of them already. Secret of Nim, because I didn't even know about that
let's
one.
go down the Mouse movies. We got this one.
Or Mouse
nobody
books,
knows.
or famous Mouse books, like Where's My Cheese or something. Isn't that a Mouse book? Isn't there like famous mice through history?
I
Isn't
thought
there,
I was old with Secret of Nim, and then you're like, "Where's my cheese? Take my cheese, please."
There was The
Where's my
Rescuers,
cheese?
which was a Disney movie.
Rescuers.
Oh my God.
Another
Okay.
solid mouse movie. A lot of mouse. I mean, Tom and Jerry is everything. I mean, nobody's better.
Yeah,
than
that's
those
good.
two.
Tom and Jerry's great.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry stays in the modern culture. Like they did.
Not only that, but if you really wanted to do a great reference, you could do Tom and Jerry, but you could go, great, now they're eating the cats, and this is some kind of, and now they're eating the cats, so it's great news for the mice. It's some kind of dystopian version of Itchy and Scratchy. I don't know. It just sounds funny in my head, but or Tom and Jerry, but Itchy and Scratchy is a mouse and a cat.
I think you're going too far with that, but
whatever.
Tom and I'm just saying they're not smart.
No,
they're
I'm
not hip
fine.
enough. They're not hip enough to get it.
Well,
I'm not
Tom and
saying it's
Jerry's
not
hipper.
good. No, but it's more in front of you. Like it's just Tom and Jerry. Oh, I know what that is. Bugs Bunny. I know what that is.
That's
Even a
okay.
kid,
That's a
even
funny.
a
We have to have
child.
Adam. No, you know what we should do? We should have like some kind of comedic debate on this show, and Adam has to play the Lord Emperor, at the Hague, okay, like the hate crime trial, and he has to decide what's funnier, like an Itchy and Scratchy reference or
Not
Tom
always
and Jerry
about
reference.
funnier. It's about what's like more familiar.
Yeah.
But
It's
Itchy and
about-
Scratchy is more modern, and Tom and Jerry is more retro.
I think more kids are going to know. A lot of parents don't let their kids watch The Simpsons, but they let them watch
That's
old.
possible, yes.
They let them watch old episodes of Tom and Jerry. I
Well,
guarantee.
if you say Tom and Jerry, you're going to get a laugh. If you say Itchy and Scratchy, you're going to get a different laugh. You might be right. Tom and Jerry might be a better reference. You might be right on this.
it's not that it's better. It's just more. It's
No,
familiar.
I'm
Like, we just,
I'm
you know,
literally playing it.
Yeah.
I'm literally playing it in my head, and I'm going, "You're right." And I think Dustin's about to get violent with that golf club, right?
I live in LA. I always have to have a
Yeah.
golf club just in
Yeah.
case some shit goes down. We're
Tom
always
and-
borderline of purge in this town, so you gotta
Yeah,
be
yeah,
ready.
yeah.
You gotta be ready.
So I don't know if we solved any of my comedy problems. I don't know
Well,
if
what
I have
else
any.
with your Springfield thing? What else are you talking about? So you're just
I didn't.
Are you
I didn't
going
really
all
have,
in or what? What are you doing?
I wanted to do something about. I mean, well, I wanted to go like okay, so now there's all this the assassination thing
Mhm.
where I don't understand the party that wants to make it as easy as possible to get as many guns as possible is blaming the party that doesn't for the fact that another guy got a gun. And so there's nothing funny here, but like I was trying to think of something there, like the assassins, the party that wants to help assassins get weaponry. Okay,
Yeah.
it seems to be blaming the Democrats for violent rhetoric, but not for violent guns, which is like, you know what I mean? Like your violent rhetoric is more, I don't know. There's nothing, I don't really, and I don't like the hacky thing that like, oh, I don't like the just basic joke, but there's something weird. Maybe there's something funny about the fact that the people that want to give everyone a gun, they don't even want to have exceptions for mental illness. Okay,
Yeah.
they don't even want to screen people for that. So I don't know how do you square that circle? We can't say anything mean because all the lunatics that we allow to have guns might snap with your weird language. Of course, no joke here. Once again, it's just an interesting thought. But and I have nothing. But
No,
and
there's also something to this Secret Service team. It's like, man, I can't get anywhere near like, there's got to be a joke there where it's like, it's something you can't get to, like, but
Right.
but somehow you can get pretty close to the former president, with a weapon. Like, I think it's pretty amazing that this team of people that are supposed to be the top-notch team, protecting, like I don't know. There's a joke there about like, I don't know what the joke is, but it's something like it's easier for me to, it's harder for me to get to like
Right.
like somebody that's like ridiculous, like somebody that's
Tougher
like
for me.
to get.
I couldn't
to,
get
like,
an autograph. I couldn't get an
Yeah.
autograph from Nick
Yeah.
Nolte.
Yeah,
But,
something like that. Like something.
I saw
like
Nick Nolte, and I had to stay 50 feet away because he had his
Yeah.
bodyguards. I'm not
Yeah.
Nick Nolte, but I mean,
Yeah,
you know.
no. But
like,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Somebody like that, like a
Yeah.
like
Right.
you know. But the but
Like I couldn't get 20 feet from Tommy Lee Jones at a you know, I don't know, get a
something like
at a
that.
Panera. I saw Tommy Lee Jones at a Panera Bread, and I tried to get his autograph, and 5 guys jumped me. Meanwhile,
something like
you know,
that. Something like that. Something in
Right.
the realm of that with a reference that makes sense, or like
yeah, that's where you go. All right, who's the perfect celebrity for that? You know, Gary Busey. You know, like
yeah.
I saw, you know what I mean? Like Gary Busey's always funny, but like the perfect joke has to be somebody really weirdly obscure. You know, like you know.
Yeah.
I saw Cillian Murphy at a Panera Bread, and I couldn't get 20 feet from the guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you know, the guy, the most powerful man in the world, is basically, you know, got a target on his back.
Yeah.
He's hitting every time he hits the links. Every time the guy's an open target. Every time he hits the links, I don't know, something like whatever. Every time the guy,
it's like Hill Team 6, like some sort of like it's just like whatever team he has. It's ridiculous. The fact they're getting this close, is twice. It's one thing to like they're getting way too close.
Yeah, and by the way, if you're a president in these divisive times, I'm not sure that there. I mean, doesn't he have his own golf course? And why are we?
Yeah, maybe putt is the option. Yeah, like I think you're like indoor putting. Like get a
really. Yeah. There's 5 guys waiting to be online. You're using the same golf course at 80 other guys. Well, this is what I want to know. Yeah. Is like. I mean, I don't want my presidential candidate, taking time off to play pickleball. Okay, I don't. You know what I mean? I want them focused on the issues that matter here. Okay, and being an open target at because they need to. Oh, I don't know, blow off some steam playing pickleball or whatever it is. I don't know, that's funny, but something almost a joke there.
Yeah, when we were kids, they tried to take out the Pope, and then it was all about bulletproof glass. He had his bulletproof glass mobile, and I think that's
did they shoot the Pope? What happened? I forget that one.
I think they shot at him.
What happened? Right. What is it? What happened?
I don't remember. Adam,
what
they did to the Pope? What they did to the Pope?
So it was 81. It was
81. We were all children.
He got shot in St. Peter's Square in 81. That was Pope John Paul II.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And then
that's why he's the second. Because they took out the first. I don't know. Whatever. I don't even know. There's got to be he's the second, and that's one way to get to the third Pope, right? You better have the third Pope. You better have the third Pope in the chamber lined up on the. Who's in the on deck circle? Who's in the on deck circle?
You got to have a mini Pope. No. Nothing?
Yeah. You got to have like the backup Pope or the stunt Pope. Don't they have a stunt Pope or
the fall Pope? You got to have the fall Pope. Like the fall guy? No?
Yeah, what's wrong with having... There's a lot of great Trump impersonators. They can't have some guy playing golf.
Bob DeBono,
you know what I mean?
he's good.
Bob DeBono could hit that out of the park. Have Bob DeBono hitting the links.
Well, there was a
to
movie
make it look
about
like
that.
Trump. Yeah,
I think they did that where they had
Dave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dave. Yeah. And then I think in some countries they really do that where they have they play the impersonators or whatever.
Yeah.
Doubles. Yeah. Right. That's a real thing.
That's right. That's right. Wow, we covered a lot.
We did cover a lot, but it's fun. I think you should play with the idea of how bad this team is, and then if anybody can get it, I think you can get it. Like the perfect.
What is this? What'd you say? How bad? What?
How bad his team is protecting him, and then if you could somehow get to that, I think that's a funny thing where it's just like I try to get to Anne Hathaway. Well, I don't know what the celebrity is.
Yeah.
But I think I would.
I mean, it would be really funny.
I'll cook it too.
It'd be really funny if it was really the
ridiculous.
joke is so.
Corey Haim.
Corey Feldman. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Corey
I tried to get.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Haim
get
died.
I wanted to get Amy Madigan's, autograph at a Panera Bread, and 7 guys jumped me. It's not Amy Madigan. That's such a bizarre reference, but something like that, and it would be really funny if it was like even somebody who's like a pop singer who's no longer
Lizzo, something.
No. So I'm talking about somebody like a one-hit wonder, like or 2-hit wonders. What's that?
Like a Debbie Gibson.
Yeah. Tears for Fears.
I saw Debbie Gibson at a Panera Bread. I tried to get her autograph, and 8 guys jumped me. Right?
Boom. You're close. That's almost.
I mean, something like that. Like that's what you want to go to. Where Debbie Gibson seems almost dated now too.
Yeah.
But Corey Feldman, I tried to get Corey Feldman's. I wanted to take a selfie with Corey Feldman. And then Panera Bread or at a Chick-fil-A once. I saw Corey Feldman at Chick-fil-A try to get a selfie. You got Chelsea, you got Chick-fil-A, you got Corey Feldman. You're hitting
trust me, it's Chick-fil-A.
At a Chick-fil-A, and 6 guys jumped me. Okay, and 5 of them were in Stand By Me. Right? I don't even know what that means. Right? And 3 of them were in the Goonies. You know what I mean? And 3 of them were from the Goonies. Okay, so that I don't know. That's funny.
That's how you close a joke, guys.
There we go. Mic and drop. That's how you do it, kids. Okay.
All right. It was fun. I feel like, we'll take up some of this and see what we come up with next week, but I like it.
All right.
We're chasing comedy, working on jokes, working on bits, seeing what sticks, seeing what stinks. We're chasing comedy, looking for laughs, having a gas. Nothing's off limits, nothing's too crass. See how many Hitler jokes we make. We're chasing comedy, we're 2 pros. Not in the sense that we whore ourselves out for money, but that we're working comedians, putting out another podcast in this vast sea of podcasts. So give us a listen, give us a like, join us as we're chasing comedy. Maybe you'll learn something too, although that's kind of unlikely. We're